So I mentioned that I advocate for mental health in the workplace because I spend so much of my days in a corporate job, which I love. I love working. I work in marketing and I love marketing. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't come with challenges. Any job comes with challenges, pros and cons. So one topic I wanted to put out there is the emotional roller coaster that we can all face at work. So I've had one of those weeks, even just a day, where I feel like I'm on a roller coaster, right? There was something that happened, it really made me happy, and I was excited and just feeling successful. And then there was something else that happened that made me feel defeated and frustrated and angry. And so on. I just wanted to relate to anybody else who might experience ups and downs emotionally throughout their work day, their work week, their work year. No matter what kind of job you have. I work in a corporate job, but you could work any job and feel this way. So I'll also just share one thing that I'm trying to manage my mental health for, just experiencing a better quality of life is, reducing the emotional roller coaster. Certainly having ebbs and flows in your emotion is normal, but I am susceptible to rumination and spiraling. Those go along with some of my mental health diagnoses, and I can attest to spiraling and rumination. Not fun. So what do I do? Well, one thing I'm trying to remind myself of right now, as I just got frustrated over something, is one, just talking about it, right? Just sharing authentically our challenges with other people is the first step to mental health awareness and changing the stigma around mental health. Okay, so step one, talk to somebody, right? Call a colleague, tell a friend, tell a family member. If you're like me, apparently tell social media. But it helps to, one, just let the emotions out. So whether that's talking to somebody, writing in a journal, either physically writing in a journal or just typing yourself a note in your notes app. I do that a lot. Getting it out of your system allows you to process those emotions. So that's one thing I do to manage the ups and downs of my emotions, in particular throughout the workday. The other item I do is I remind myself not to take things personally, right? Not everybody's actions are a reflection of you, which as a recovering people pleaser, I can take a lot of responsibility. Like if somebody doesn't respond, I could be susceptible to thinking, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? Do they not like me? Are they never going to talk to me again? If you've ever been a people pleaser or have rejection sensitivity, that's often associated with ADHD, you know what I'm talking about. So I try not to take things personally. I guess that's step two. And then tip 3 is self-love and grace, right? So not getting frustrated with yourself, which is not easy. I'll have plenty of videos on the authentic times of struggle. But when self-love prevails, let it. Give yourself grace. Yes, it was frustrating, but there's so much more to celebrate today. Being alive, breathing, having a roof over your head, maybe something positive that happened in your workday. Maybe somebody said thank you to you, and that was enough. So hopefully these tips are helpful. Again, I'm going to aim to do more videos on YouTube about mental health, vulnerability advocacy, and what that means is I'm going to keep being vulnerable about my stories as a way to break the stigma around mental health, and because I'm not an expert on mental health. The only story I can tell is my own story. So hopefully you'll join me along the way and maybe even share your own stories.